Senator Lacson is frustrated. He's not stressed. Sanay sa stress yun eh. Yeah. Pero ang nakikita niya, frustrated because nag-hearing siya, may umaangal. Bakit nag-hearing? Pag hindi siya nag-hearing, may umaangal. Ba't hindi nag-hearing? Ano ba talaga? Diba? So, and then I think the way he ran the Blue Ribbon Committee hearings were very good. So, siguro, the man is frustrated. I will support whatever decision he makes, and I will accept whatever decision he makes, and he has my 100% support, whatever it is.
SP, yung pong decision niya po ba ay final na o pwede pa po siyang mapahinuhod ng majority at ninyo na magstay put as chairman po ng Blue Ribbon Committee?
I think that question is best asked of him. I cannot answer for him.
Pero sir, anong sense ng majority?
We can only hope for the best.
Opo, pero sir, ano po ang sentiment, sir, ng majority bloc? Sabi niyo po you're in touch with them. Ano po ang sinabi nila? Gusto ho ba nilang manatili si Senator Lacson o gusto nilang mapalitan?
Karamihan, hindi naman ko komentaryo iba pa, pero yung karamihan ay sinasabing nila na baka pwede pang makausap si Senator Lacson.
Para po?
To stay.
Kasama ba yung sa napag-usapan niyo? Sinabi niyo po sa kanya to reconsider his decision?
Hindi, because I was checking on our WhatsApp group, after Senator Lacson and I talked already. It was late in the evening. Last night.
Sir, meron po kasi mga nagko-comment na kaya raw po aalis si Senator Ping is para hindi na ma-unstabilize yung pong, ma-destabilize yung pong Senate leadership na meron daw pong namumungko, parang siya na lang daw yung sacrifice dahil maraming hindi masaya daw dun sa pagpapatakbo niya ng Blue Ribbon.
Everybody's entitled to his own opinion, so whatever they say, it's up to them if that's their opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, and my opinion is the Senate is stable, both majority and minority. I am very sure that the Senate is stable, and we will make sure, under my leadership, we will make sure that everything will be transparent, everything will be accountable.
What do you think about rumors na merong attempt to unseat you in stolen leadership?
Hindi ko alam kung saan nanggagaling eh. Alam mo naman dito sa Senado, pagka nanggagaling sa social media yung kwento, hindi ka, madaling kumalat dahil social media, pero I don't see it coming from anywhere. In fact, the other day, nagkausap kami ni Senator Alan at nababanggit na rin yan eh. Sabi niya nga, siya mismo nagsabi sa akin, wala naman akong kinakausap kahit sino eh, sabi rin niya.
And you believe him, sir? And you believe him, sir? And you believe him, sir?
Yeah, I believe him.
Sir, yung pong napag-usapan ninyo sa majority regarding dun sa leadership po, nag-loyalty check ba kayo or sila mismo kinausap kayo after hearing the story na sa inyo pa rin yung suporta po nila?
Nagkakausap-usap naman kami. Pagka mayroong mga lumilitaw na ganyan, I get messages from some of them saying na, ano ba yan, we should listen to that, mga ganun-ganun. Yeah, no need for a loyalty check.
How confident are you, SP, that the majority bloc still supports your Senate presidency?
I'm quite confident. But as usual, any senator who is elected into the leadership only serve at the pleasure of your colleagues, of your peers. So we always leave it at that. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know now, I'm quite confident that we are stable and the leadership of the Senate is well in place.
May interviews kay Senator JV na parang may lumabas sa mga reports na may balak siyang kumala sa majority. May ganun ho bang na sabi po sa inyo?
Paulit-ulit si JV, sinasabi niya na nung araw pa yan, rehash daw yan eh. and he was interviewed and quoted that, I think about more than 2 weeks ago, when the issue of the interview of Senator Lacson mentioned about certain insertions of some senators, or almost all like that. Parang ganun yung grabe. That was the reaction of Senator JV the following day. But after that, when I explained what insertions and amendments are and how it is really placed in the budget, at yun yung mga nabanggit na yun, ay karamihan naman yung amendments, it all settled down. So the issue that is being placed in social media and some mainstream media reports about Senator JB, I am very sure that he will deny it now. He did say that before. But in fact, I was on the phone with him yesterday, telling him about plano ni Senator Lacson, and he was quite worried. Sabi niya, mahirap papag-usapan natin, parang gano'n. And then he also, he told me na baka iniisip ni Senator Lacson yung mga nilalabas sa media tungkol sa sinabi ko, baka that influences him. Sabi ni Senator JV, that's an old rehash, sabi niya. Wala akong sinasabing ganun. And I think he talked to, Senator JV called Ping to tell him that.
As far as you know, SP, walang kahit sinong miyembro ng mayorya ang kakalas at this time po.
Yes.
Kung sakaling matuloy po yung resignation ni Senator Ping, sino po yung posibleng pumalit? Tsaka itutuloy pa po ba yung mga hearing ng Blue Ribbon kahit mag-resign na si Senator Ping?
The Blue Ribbon is always alive as far as the Senate is concerned. Kaya siya lang ang pwedeng mag-motu proprio hearing without a resolution, without a privilege speech, without any bill referred to it. Motu proprio by the chairman. Kaya laging buhay ang Blue Ribbon. Hindi mawawala yan. Hindi nawawala yan. Maaaring napopostpone kumisan, nasususpend, but it is always ongoing. Now, if indeed Senator Lacson resigns, his candidate would be a very good. It would be something to consider. But we will leave it up to the members of the majority. We'll talk about it first. We'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Pero sir, yung flood control investigation, ipagpapatuloy pa rin po ba?
Siyempre, kung ano yung mga dapat maipadala na namin. Meron kami mga nakakuha na marami ng informasyon na nakuha Ang importante dito, ipadala ito sa ICI and the DOJ so that they continue with it can aid them in their the performance of their mandates. Malaking tulong yun, palagay ko, sa kanila.
SP, kayo po ba personally, meron po kayo, sir, nasa harap na ako. SP, kayo po personally, meron kayong pick for the Blue Ribbon Chair? For the meron po kayong gustong choice ninyo for Blue Ribbon Chairman?
Other than Senator Lacson, there are about 3 or 4 members of the Senate who I think would be able to handle it also, but mahirap sundan din yung footsteps ni Senator Lacson.
Sir, itong mga lang po, dito parang change of leadership again, tingin nyo outside forces po, pero nang i-intriga lang sa Senado?
Posible. Malamang may mga nag-iintriga lang sa Senado. Sige, sapagkat pagkausap ko naman yung leadership ng minority, wala naman kaming hindi pinagkakaunawaan I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know. Pwede manggaling sa kaliwat kanan niya, whatever. We should not allow these talks to hamper the work of the Senate. And that's the reason that last week we decided to suspend the sessions habang wala yung mga agenda na mayroong mga bills pending. Nakita nyo yung mga pending na treaty, pinasalang muna namin. Then we suspended to allow the budget deliberations and the budget hearings, I should say, to allow the budget hearings to continue without stoppage. Kasi nangyayari, every 3 p.m., because of the session, they have to stop the budget hearings. And the other hearings of the different the committees, because the only way we can get the agenda into the plenary is when the committees are done and are ready to report out the bills. One thing that I'm sure not a lot of people are aware of, or there are few who are not aware of the fact that the Senate works on committees, through committees. The Senate works through committees. We don't work in plenary. We work through committees. Kaya ang mga bills at ang agenda ay nanggagaling sa committee work. And in this case, because of the single most important piece of legislation to be passed, the budget, the GAA for 2026, we should be very clean, other than what happened in the 2025 budget. I think it needs our full attention. And that is the reason that in this suspension of the final week of adjourn na isang house, kailangan merong 3 days notice. Yung isa kung siya ay mag-a-adjourn ng maaga or mag-a-adjourn ng delay. The maximum allowed is 3 days. And that is the reason that they will adjourn on the 13th, but we will adjourn on the 10th. Okay? Ayun. Okay, yun. Now, why are they adjourning on the 13th? And this is, of course, born out of my talks with Speaker Boji D and their majority leader and their minority leader and the chairman of the appropriations, Congresswoman Representative Swansea. Ang napag-usapan is they will not be given by the President the certificate of urgency. So they needed that instead of passing on second reading on the 10th and passing on third reading on the 10th. Because they can only do that if there is a certification of urgency by the President. The President does not want to certify the budget as urgent so that there will be time to go through the budget in at least 3 days para mabasa mabuti kung tama lahat yung pinapalala. I think that is the thinking himself. The President himself said that. Ayaw niya nung i-shortcut yung 3-day rule. So ganun din. Pagdating sa Senate yan, ganyan na rin yan. I'm sure he will not.
Pero sir, usually po merong certification nun, sir, no? Na taon-taon, parang normal po siya.
Taon-taon, dahil pinapass break. Ayaw nga ni Presidente ngayon na maisip daw na ipapass break. So ayaw niya nung 3-day rule, according to Speaker Boji. So I'm sure, I expect the same thing in the Senate.
So, hindi nyo yun napag-usapan sa LEDAC? Hindi nyo po napag-usapan with the President yun sa LEDAC?
Nabanggit din niya, pero in passing. And in the LEDAC, we were able to coordinate lang or pinagsama-sama namin yung bills ng mga senador, top 3 each. Pero may mga ibang hawig-hawig, kaya total was 68. And in the House, 100 something, 200 something. And then, meron ang DepEd, yung DepEd, DepEd meron. So pinagsama-sama namin yun. In the first regular session of the 20th Congress, which is now, at least there are 12 in the LEDAC that was agreed upon in the LEDAC and with the President's consent.
Sir, yung hindi po pag-certify as urgent nung budget, hindi naman siya makaka-affect or makaka-delay dun sa proseso.
Hindi, makakabuti. Sapagkat
Why, sir?
lagi na lang eh. Nagmamadali ang Congress nung araw pa hanggang ngayon. Pagdating nung aapurahin yung pagpapapasa on second reading, tapos hihingi na certification sa Presidente para the 3-day rule is removed. Papasa na rin on the same day. Tanong, nabasa nyo ba? Di ba? Tanongin mo yung mga congressman at mga senador. Nabasa nyo ba pagkatapos ng second reading? Di ba? So maganda talaga na tama yan, na hindi approve on the same day. You have 3 days to go over and review what you approved on second reading before you vote in a nominal vote on the third reading.
Sir, dahil po dun, bukod sa insertion, sir, yung ganong paspasan, naging paraan din, sir, para mailusot yung insertions.
Correct. Pag hindi in-approve on second reading, at somewhere along the way, pinasok, ang amendment, or in the BICAM, pinasok, insertion yun. Yun ang insertion. Yun ang hindi natin dapat tinotolerate. Kahit anong ganda ng insertion. Sabi mo, pagpapagawa ng ospital sa kung saan lugar. Ang importante is you do it in plenary, so talagang naka-record kung sino nag-propose, ano pinropose, at saan kukunin yung pambayad doon sa pinopropose niya. Maliwanag, Hindi yung nangyayari ng mga nakaraan, which was highlighted by the 2025, Kaya pumutok lahat ito dahil sinabi ng Presidente bigla sa SONA, nagulat siya rin sa 2025 budget. Biglang yung unprogrammed hindi mo alam sino naglagay, saan ang galing, sinong gumamit. Di ba? So, and again, I have discussed it with our chairman of the Committee on Finance. We will, as much as possible, and if possible, 100%, no unprogrammed funds.
Sir, anong decision po dyan, sir?
Oh, yeah. Kami ni Senator Gatchalian.
So, final decision na
Yeah,
yan, sir?
we will make sure that when we discuss the budget finally, on second reading, before third reading, there should be no unprogrammed funds. I-program natin kung anong kailangan ng executive, ano talaga dapat, i-program natin.
Paano yung mga
Para
foreign
maliwanag,
assisted?
kitang-kita, hindi yung pagdating ng nakapasa na yung budget, biglang, ganyan, pwede rito, ganito, pwedeng ilipat dito, hindi pwede yun.
Sir, paano po yung mga foreign assisted daw?
Hindi natin gagalawin yun. Yung foreign assisted lang ang i-allow natin doon sa tinatawag na ang program funds. Yung lang foreign assisted. Wala nung singit.
SP,
Sa sa net po ba may UA agad? And would you know kung magkano yun ngayon for 2020?
I have to check. I think you'd better ask Senator Gatchalian that question. Medyo yan. I will be talking off my hat if I answer that. And I answer it wrongly.
SP, sorry, hindi pa rin ako naka-move on kay Senping. Sir, yung tawag niya sa inyo kahapon, SP, nagpaalam na siya formally na bababa na siya ng Blue Ribbon. Can we say that?
Wait, let me recall. Sino ba tumawag? Ako ba tumawag o siya tumawag? Teka. No, I sent him a text. I said, can you take a call? He called. No. And then I said na ano ba partner yung sinabi mo sa media? Sabi nga niya. Sabi niya, hindi, magsasabi talaga ako sa iyo. Sabi niya na natanong lang ako. Parang like that, And then, it's very frustrating. Alam mo naman, sabi niya. Ganun yung conversation namin. And the rest of the conversation is private conversation. You should not ask.
As far as yung pagbaba from Blue Ribbon.
What is that again?
Nagpaalam na si Senping sa inyo sa pagbaba niya sa Blue Ribbon.
Sinasabi niya nagpaplano siya na mag-resign.
So, non-final.
Well, until I receive the letter or he stands up on the floor and says he's resigning, he plans to resign. That's the accurate phrase. He's planning to resign.
Pero sa plenary lang po siya pwede mag-resign.
Ha?
Sa plenary po siya.
Pwede siyang sumulat. Pwede siyang sumulat. Pwede rin sa plenary. Pero what will happen is that we will, if he does that on the floor or he sends a letter, the only time he is deemed resigned is when we elect a new chairman. Di ba? Technically. Unless he says, no, I'm resigning now, and I'm sending the letter now. Unless he does that, then bakante bigla yung Blue Ribbon.
Yung caucus po sa Wednesday, SP, doon napapag-usapan if ever itong pagbaba niya at kung sino yung papalit. Pwede
Sino
ba?
may sabi siya may koko sa Wednesday?
Sir, sinabi niyo sa group natin.
Sinabi ko ba?
Wednesday or Thursday?
Oh, yun, merong or Thursday. No, I'm not sure. Maybe Wednesday. Tinatanong ko muna kung ano yung preferred nung aming mga kasama. You know, I lead by consensus. Alam mo naman tayo, hindi.
SP, sorry, kailangan ko itanong. So sa Friday, wala po tayong ine-expect na palitan leadership sa pag-resume po at sa bago magsara yung mag-adjourn po?
Wala kaming ini-expect na gano'n.
SP po lang po. Sakali po na mag-resign nga po or mag-withdraw sa pwesto si Senator Ping, ano po bang mangyayari doon kila Curly Discaya, kila Bryce Hernandez na nasa under custody?
Yung mga naka-contempt, they're still under contempt. Their contempt stems from the Blue Ribbon Committee, not from Senator Lacson. So they remain in contempt. At saka ano yun, mas mabuti para sa DOJ yun, at saka sa ICI, sapagkat pag kailangan sila, hinihiram lang sa Senate, nagpapaalam na sa akin. And I informed the Blue Ribbon na pinapadala sila ron para iniimbestigahan tapos babalik dito. Kung wala na yung contempt nila, baka mahirapan tayong hagilapin sila pag kailangan sila ng DOJ.
Sir, sabi po ni Senator Lacson, dun sa supposedly hearing po, sir, maaga pa. Sir, sabi ni sabi ni Senator Lacson, sir, dun sa sana ay hearing on Wednesday, na-cancel lang po. Meron siyang tentative na listahan po ng imbitahin and kasama doon sina Congressman Zaldico and Congressman Romualdez. Sir, kung itutuloy ang investigasyon, are you inclined to sign the invitation po?
We will leave it to the, mahirap manghula ng pwedeng mangyari. So we leave it to the new chairman if there's going to be invitations. But as far as I know, I was not aware of that really. Ang alam ko, kaya biglang sana tumatawag ng hearing, request ni Senator JB. Meron silang mga district engineers or mga DPWH employees na gusto niyang ipaimbita. Yun ang pagkakaalam ko.
Pero sir,
Kasi saldi ko, paano mo iimbitahin yun? Nasa ano?
Tingnan, sir. Pag hindi po na-serve yung invitation, sir, that would be followed by with the subpoena.
Usually,
arrest.
kung medyo naman tayo, usually invitation. Pag hindi inono ni invitation, show cause, order. Maganda explanation, wala ka magagawa. Hindi maganda explanation or hindi natin gusto yung explanation, then subpoena kasunod.
Pero sir, announced na po rin ni Senator Lacson last week, sir, na iimbitahin po sina Congressman Zaldico and Congressman Romualdez. So,
Ganun ang procedure nun. If that is, if it will push through or if it would have pushed through.
pero sir, kasi congressman pa rin si Congressman Romualdez, Congressman Zaldico is no longer. So,
Parliamentary ethics na pwedeng pagdaanan doon. Zaldico, hindi na.
Opo.
Wala ng parliamentary ethics yun.
So pag-uusapan niyo pa po, sir, sa majority block kung padadala ng invitation si Congressman Romualdez o basta in-endorse po ng Blue Ribbon Committee, you'll sign?
But siyempre kung ano sabihin ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Okay. Oh.
Do you share yung frustration po ni Senator?
To a certain extent. To a certain extent. Kasi, kumisan kasi yung mga hearing namin na, kung napapanood nyo naman siguro may mga spurious Di ba? May mga spurious na mga hindi naman dapat na pinag-uusapan sa Blue Ribbon nakakasingit So, to a certain extent, I understand his frustration.